Which anglers made more? The Major League Fishing Invitationals or the Bassmaster Elites? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. Who made more as a professional angler in tournament earnings and having their not their expenses, but their entry fees taken out? Was it the Major League Fishing Invitationals, which will go to the pro circuit next year, or was it the Bassmaster Elites? Now remember, the Bassmaster Elites are the tip top versus the Invitationals or the pro circuit, which is kind of like the AAA. This video does not include any extra stuff like the Classic or Angler of the Year. This is only looking at what those anglers were paid. Now remember, most of these anglers have sponsors that pay their expenses and their entry fees. And their entry fees are drastically different. For the whole year, for the elites, it is $10,000, which averages about $1,100 every tournament versus $5,500 for the invitationals at each tournament. Now there's 9 tournaments on the Bassmaster Elite Series. There is 6 tournaments for the invitationals. And in this video, we're going to look at only the top 10. The top 10 from each one in Angler of the Year points. Again, at the end, we'll take out their entry fees and you'll get a bottom line. But let's start off with the invitationals. Bank Shaw made $200,000. Mitchell Robinson made $161,000. Jacob Walker made $62,500. Bobby Lane made $55,000. Dustin Smith made $70,000. Brody Campbell made $47,000. Colby Miller made $56,000. Lane Olson made $43,000. And Kyle Cortiana made $52,000. That comes out to a total of that whole top 10 made $873,500 in earnings for the 2025 season. Each angler had to put up $33,000 for entry fees, which gives them a net of $543,500. Now the elites. Chris Johnson made $58,500. Trey McKinney made $169,300. Kyle Fujita made $81,500. Jay Shakurat made $77,700. Will Davis Jr. made $59,500. Taco Ito made $50,000. Tyler Williams made $53,500. Patrick Walters made $60,200. Tucker Smith made $152,300. And KJ Queen made $45,600. Really less $10,000 because of that disqualification. So the total the elites made was $808,100. Now, if we look at just the tournaments in earnings, the invitationals got paid more than the Bassmaster Elites by $65,000. Now, when you take out the entry fees for the year for the 10 anglers, it equals up to $708,100, their net, which really gives them a positive of $164,600 over those other anglers. But remember, anglers aren't paying for their entry fees. They're not paying for their expenses. That's what sponsors are doing, or a majority of those guys. A majority of those guys are full-time anglers. I think the only one that might not be a full-time angler might be Dustin Smith, and he doesn't have any sponsors, and he had $70,000. Now remember, you have 6 tournaments on the invitationals, 9 on the elites. So there's 3 extra tournaments where they have more expenses. But when you look at it side by side, $873,500 versus $808,100, that's a big difference. But take into account that those anglers also have to pay $33,000, and that's where it gets lopsided. That's where it turns into a better deal to be on the elites. But it's kind of shocking to me that the invitationals, top 10, actually got paid more in tournament earnings than the elites, which is saying a little bit. Are you completely shocked and surprised by this? I'll be honest, I am. I didn't think it was going to be close. When you look at the net, then it's drastically better. But what did you think? If you had the opportunity to fish the elites or fish the invitationals, don't bring in the Classic. It's just 2 tournament organizations. Which one would you choose? And why? So drop a comment below and tell me which one you would pick and why. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate it. It's a humbling experience, and I can't say thank you enough. You guys are awesome and rock stars. And you're a big part of my family. You really are. I say that all the time. We are a family together. This is a community channel. I try to do stuff that you guys want, but also stuff that I want too. So if you have a video idea, put it in the comments. I'm sure I'll read it. But if you're one of those 63.7% of the people who watch these videos and are not a subscriber, you should be. Just click that button and that bell so you know when the next video drops. And thank you. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.